Today we're working on drawing our isometric sketches in Inventor. So we're going to start a new part. I'm going to start a new 2D sketch. Click the pencil in the upper left-hand corner. Click the XY plane because I like to draw from the front. If I see this part, there's this big L, I can either draw a rectangle with another rectangle, or I like to draw the great big rectangle and subtract off. So I'm going to do subtractive modeling. So I'm going to click my rectangle. I'm going to draw it out. I've counted there's 7 across that way and 5 up this way. So 7 times 0.25. You can have Inventor do the work for you, or you can multiply that and come up with 1.75 on your own. And then up it's 5 times 0.25. Hit front to bring it down in so I can see it. Now I'm going to make a second rectangle up here in the top that I'm going to cut off to make that L. I know along that top side it is 5, so it is 1.25. And then I know it is 3 in the vertical, 0.75. Now I can see my rectangle there, so I'm going to finish the sketch. Zoom in so I can see it. Click Extrude. I only want to extrude this pink part here. I'm just going to ignore that. And that makes the L. And I kind of like it going backwards because I drew the front, so I don't know, just silly me. But you can know it's 5 back, so again, you can do the 5 times 0.25 here, or you can type in 1.25. Oops, I kind of messed that up. I didn't type right. 5 times 0.25. Let's try that. That looks better. Okay, can zoom in. We can see that we now have our basic shape. We got to take out this notch up here and this notch down below. So I'm going to start on the one on the back. So right click on the back, make a new sketch. You can click the view cube to bring it down in. I'm going to click my rectangle. I can kind of just put it anywhere. I will adjust where it goes, but I'm going to make it the right size. It's 3 wide and it is 1 high. And now we have all these constraints up here. If you can see, there's a center of this top line and a center of this rectangle that I just made. So I'm going to vertically align those 2 centers. So I hover along until I see the green center dot, and then I hover along until I see the next green center dot, and it sticks those 2 things together. And you can check to see if it's in the center if you want, but you can see down here at the bottom it's fully constrained. But if I wanted to check, I could make a dimension from that corner to that corner. You can see it's 0.25 that it's supposed to be. If I try to accept that, it already tells me I know this, it's fully constrained, you don't need to do this. So I'm not. I'm just going to say okay. And finish my sketch. I want to extrude this piece here, but I don't want it to stick out. I want to cut it back in. So in the output down here, I'm going to select the second one over that says cut. It cuts it through. There's no reason to cut all this. It's good practice to just cut through all if you want it to go all the way through. And then say okay. Again, now I have to cut another notch down here at the bottom. So I'm going to make a new sketch on the bottom. Zoom it back in. Again, I can do my rectangle. And again, you can draw it wherever you want. Let's just draw it way off and see if we can make it come back into the center. I do like to make the size as I go, so it is 3 in width, so 0.75. And then it is 0.25 in depth. And again, we can use our constraints here, or we can use dimensioning. This one I'm going to show dimension. It's just another way of doing it. So I want a dimension from like this corner to that corner, and that should be 2 cubes wide. So when I click there, I can type in the 0.5, and it puts it right in the center. And again, down here at the bottom, it says fully constrained. So now I can finish my sketch. I can extrude again, but again, I want to cut, and I'm going to cut through all and say okay. And there is your part 1 isometric. So go ahead and hit save. Okay, and when you hit save, you want to name this isometric 1. And that's all there is to it.